What's going on, guys? Chris here, back again with another video for you guys tonight. We're back on the grind. We've been streaming the last few weeks, and we're finally back posting YouTube videos. We're going to be giving you guys a little post-Team of the Year market update, the state of the market right now, everything that you guys need to learn from the R9 Leaked SBC, things you guys can invest in right now, future stars, and just overall market updates. Before we get into the video tonight, if you guys can just drop a like on and subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So, first part of the market I want to talk about, of course, is R9. Now, if we go into Fut Sheriff's Twitter right now, he is the guy that has been leaking up everything, right? And not just mid R9 is coming out. We're also going to be getting a Baby Zidane, a Prime Buchagano, mid Prime Drogba, and Prime Haji. If we're up to me, why even include Drogba and Haji in this? It's really just the top three, and really specifically, it's just this guy right here. This mid R9 coming out has made the market absolutely shit itself because everybody is selling off their cards because they want to have the coins to go and do this SBC. So I don't know if I can see, and we also got a leaked Haji here. This is obviously Haji the icon, his son. So I believe maybe EA does something creative with like Haji's Prime getting released and then his son getting released at the same time. That'd be pretty cool actually, if EA were to decide to do that. But yes, there is going to be a R9 SBC coming. We don't know when, but it is going to be coming out soon. It could happen even tomorrow, right? Or today when you guys are watching this video. So what has happened? Well, specifically, I want to talk about the Team of the Years, right? And over the week, a lot of you guys have been asking me, when do I buy Team of the Year cards? When do I buy this? When do I buy that? And I had always said to you guys that I had strongly believed that the price of these Team of the Year cards would drop out of packs. Now, I didn't specifically say why they would drop out of packs. I just told you guys based on the last few years, most of the Team of the Year cards dropped out of packs. So, because of that, right, I wasn't really happy with the prices I was seeing over the last few days. It just seemed to me from Monday onwards, everybody in this market was trying to keep them at a certain price, and they just weren't dropping. Guys like Diaz just weren't dropping. They were like up to 900k, he couldn't drop. Guys like Hakimi was over 700k, he would never drop underneath that. I would say Conte, a lot of people were a lot of people wanted to keep like that card. A lot of people wanted to use that card, so they were just kind of keeping him on their transfer list, and then the second they see him drop, boom, they go and buy him right back up. KDB actually had a really insane rise too. He was over 2 million at one point. Jorginho, Messi obviously was courted by a lot of people, and then Mbappe and Ronaldo. Ronaldo and Mbappe got hit the hardest today because they are actually specific strikers. So people are going to be selling off their strikers to obviously fund that R9 SBC. Now, I think a lot of this sell-off has to just do with people getting ready and they want to have coins just in case they actually decide to go and do R9. We need to figure out the price point still. We don't know when that's going to happen. We looked at R9 moments last year, and last year, I believe he had 29 different squads. I don't think it's in any of these tabs right now, but we looked at it from last year, and let me actually just show you guys real quick on stream, or on video. That's how much I've been streaming, just all in my mind here. But we'll go FUT21. We're going to go into the expired section. We don't even have to go expired, actually. We could just go with Ronaldo if things work here. So we're going to do this. And this is R9. Now, he was coming in at 3.2 million. This is obviously end game last year. A little bit different, but a lot of people were doing some things in the market today that I want to talk about with you guys. In regards to this R9, a lot of people ended up buying a lot of high-rated fodder today, and they also bought up icons, and I want to show you why they did that. So, as you can see right here, he pretty much, like, what was it, 3, 6, 9, 12, like 29 different squads, right? Something along the lines of that. So, people are asking me in the stream earlier today, is he going to require icons? Because surely EA, it would make it a little bit easier to do the SBC if they just required, let's say, 3 or 4 icons, as opposed to doing like 2, 3, 4 extra squads in this game. And, you know, last year they had this full opportunity to do that, and they just never did it, right? Even for the biggest SBCs in the game, they never did a icon requirement. But what you saw today was once the R9 SBC was leaked, limited, right? And all of the floor, and by the floor, I talk about the lowest icon price in this game, went up. So as you can see right now, this limited is 76,000 coins, right? This guy before today was like 69 to 70. So people have this idea that because R9 is coming out, he surely is going to have an icon requirement and these guys will fly because of it. I don't know if I see that. There is absolutely no way for me as a content creator with no leaks to tell you what the requirements are going to be. I don't know if this is going to actually happen where icons are required. I would just say this: if you're one of those people that bought into some of these like lower end icons, if you see them continuing to rise every day until this R9 eventually comes out, just be very careful, because the second this R9 comes out, and if he doesn't require an icon, he's going to drop a lot. Okay, that specific guy that you bought is going to drop a lot in price, back down probably to where they were earlier this morning before R9 got leaked. So just be on the lookout for that. That's one thing. Another thing I want to talk about this R9 is, of course, when are you guys going to be buying or looking at the high rate of fodder market? Right? I want to show you guys that really quickly, because a lot of people obviously want to know, like, okay, when do I buy fodder so I can invest for this SBC? This SBC isn't something that you can invest in per se, because I believe that R9 is going to come in between 4 and 5 million coins. His card on the market right now is 5.5 million. It dropped 600,000 coins today based on this leak. I don't know how much higher some of the high tier fodder can go. He's not the type of SBC that's going to make 87s rise a lot. He's not going to be the SBC that makes 86s rise a lot. The only fodder that I could see maybe going up a little bit is this market that's already been invested in. Kane was about 41k, he's up to 47. Ter Stegen, same thing, he's up to 47. De Bruyne, if you look at earlier today when the leaks were going on, let me just show you guys really quickly what he was at. He was like 54,000 coins. He then spiked up to 62, and then from then on he was just kind of chilling about 58, 57, where he's at the moment. You definitely saw people panic buying these cards up. This Lewandowski, obviously, if you take a look at where he was like 60,000 coins. He went all the way up to 71 when that SBC got leaked. I would just be careful with the fodder market. I would also be very, very careful with the high rated inform market, because some people did buy into these cards because they believe that inform requirements on a higher tier scale were going to be needed. And yes, they most likely will be needed. Here is my thing about this, though. Here is my thing. I don't want people to be buying these cards, because I believe there's going to be, and I think EA confirmed this as well, there's going to be a winter wildcard themed type token SBC pack, or that didn't make any sense. There was a pack in the store in winter wildcards where you had to either spend 90,000 coins or 150 FIFA points. If anybody remembers that, you got a guaranteed winter wildcard token, and it gave a lot of supply to informs, okay? So when they gave all that supply to informs, we saw some of these type of drop-offs. Let me give you a inform right now off the top of my head. Let me show you guys Immobile, okay? I'm just going to show you the 88 card here, and I want to show you what happened to this card. So this is right here. This is his supply, right? So he's 38,000 coins here. He's going up little by little out of packs, as he's an 88 overall inform that can be used in SBCs, or maybe even people's in teams. And look what happens. This pack comes out. Boom, 29,000 coins. Now, he eventually rebounds, of course, and goes even higher as the year had gone on. But this is the type of thing that I could see happening again, because this is another token type promo, right? We got winter wildcard tokens. Now we're getting future star tokens. So what you'll see here is if they release that pack, I believe informs will drop again, right? And people were asking me, yo, can we invest in like Otavio, Toko Kambi, Di Maria, these type of Ryan as well, people were asking about. And in my opinion, you should be looking at informs that are discard right now, because those have the least amount of risk at the moment, and they're pretty good when it comes to like some of these inform requirement type SBCs that I believe should be coming out this week, right? EA needs to figure out how to engage the community as much as they can. This team was never going to have as much hype as Team of the Year did. They need to do that by bringing out player picks, bringing out, party bags, other player pick type SBCs, right? That is what they're going to make these guys rise in price. So if you want to look at like Ruben Castro, if you want to take a look at Sissoko, Tahero, right? These guys in particular, these discard informs, have the safest return on investment, and they're just the safest investments at the moment, in my opinion. I would wait on the pack coming out, because if it does come out, then that is when we go in on some of these past informs. And I was talking about with the chat a little bit earlier, but if we see that pack come out again and we see the same supply that we did earlier, well, you guys should be looking at the past Team of the Weeks, right? This Aspas is a great example here of somebody that is really inflated because he's rare, right? And he did the same thing. He went from 25,000 coins, he went all the way down to 17, and then he rebounded all the way back up to 31,000 coins. This is something that you guys can look at when that pack eventually comes out, because I believe they're going to do it. Somebody in my live stream today said they actually confirmed it on their website. So if they do that again, be on the lookout this week. Okay, that's another thing on the market I wanted to update you guys on. Another thing I want to talk about is the future star cards a little bit. So people have been asking me, like, can I flip some of these guys going into tomorrow? In my opinion, I think these guys, there's a little bit of hype. Guys in Bellingham, guys in Chouameni, of course. But just in my opinion, this team is never going to have as much hype as we did in the previous week and a half, 2 weeks experience with Team of the Year. These guys are going to continue to get lower this week. I think there may be a flipping opportunity Sunday night into Monday. We saw the honorable mentions on Sunday into Monday do very well. I'm going to assume that the same thing could happen with some of these really hyped up, future star cards. Maybe a Dams card goes up a little bit. Maybe a João Pedro goes up as a Premier League striker that's Brazilian, of course. Trincao maybe a little bit. Cunha possibly as well. That's something I would be looking at. But in terms of like buying these guys for teams, they're going to go lower throughout the week. I'd still wait to buy these guys. Just wait on it. That's my opinion on that. Another really good investment opportunity, as we just explained it a little bit, EA needs to bring out engaging content this week with the Future Stars promo. So what we will have on Monday most likely is going to be this player picks. I'm hoping it's going to be 81 pluses because we are in the second half of the year now. I want to kind of move over from the 75s and all those type of player picks. Let's get into the 81 pluses now, the good stuff when it comes to player picks. But we're also going to be getting engaging content from party bags and probably player picks in other departments. So there's some good investments out there, and I'm going to tell you guys a few of them right now. I'm also going to shout these out on my second channel, which is my clips channel. If you guys want to take a look over there, I'll do a little bit of a brief explanation there. This Pickford's currently going for like 1,400 coins at the moment. Anything at 1,200 and under is a really nice buy for me with a guy like this. If you look at his graphs in the past, I'm just going to show you a few cards here that I believe can do very, very well with high chemistry, low overall requirements, right? So we take a look at Pickford real quick here on Fuppin. He's currently 1,200 coins at the moment, but as you can see here, he just was 2.7k. He was just 2.9, and then he's hit 2.5. So he's even hit upwards of 1,800. This guy's just done very, very well anytime there's a high chemistry SBC, because the goalkeeper is super important when it comes to these SBCs that give 75 plus chemistry. And last Wednesday, if you guys remember, this Pickford, the Edouard Mendy, and also Areola and Pope, all four of them were 5.8 to 5.9k on the market. So Pickford's a good one. I think Mendy's also a really good one. And these are things that you guys can buy today, right? If you want to buy Mendy at 1,100, if you want to put 100k into this guy, be my guest. I think these are really good investments right now. They're not really going to get much lower. There's not going to be a ton more supply coming on the market this week. It's not like EA is going to drop like all these lightning rounds during the week. They didn't even release lightning rounds on Monday and Tuesday last week for Team of the Year. I don't believe they're going to do that this week for Future Stars. So I would look at guys like this. I would also be taking a look at a guy like Gaia too, the Spanish guys, right? If you ever look at SBC solutions, guys like Gaia, guys like Canales, guys like Marino, guys like Asenjo, right, the goalkeeper. These are the players that usually go up the most because they get the most chem and they have the best links in the game. If you know La Liga as a whole, it's really a fodder league, right? If you look at guys like Trippier, he goes up a lot when it comes to like SBCs. So getting guys like Gaia like 1,300 coins, or getting a guy like Canales, who right now is literally, if I'm looking right now, he's about 1,400 coins. So like 1,300 and under, it's pretty solid for me. You know, I don't think it's going to go that much lower. And I think there's some really good upside when it comes to these players this week on the market. If you guys want to take a look and buy some of these, you can thank me in about a week. I think these guys will probably go up at some point. There's another couple guys too. Dumfries is one of them. I always am shouting out. And the reason why Dumfries usually does really well with these SBCs is because if you take a look at the 83 overall fullback market, there is no 83 plus fullbacks that you can use for like an 82, an 83 squad that is like fodder price, right? And what I mean by fodder price, actually affordable, right? Because Wan-Bissaka is really expensive. He's, I think, 4,000 plus coins. So people are going to turn to the 82s now, and there's only two 82 right backs in this game. It's Dumfries and it's Mario Fernandez, okay? Who would you go with? Would you go with the guy from the Russian league that gets links? Or would you get the guy that, who he has no links, the Russian guy has no links pretty much, or would you get Dumfries, who has a lot of links to Dutch players, Serie A players? That's why this guy does so well. On Wednesday last week, he was 2,200 coins. I could see the same thing happening at some point this week as well. And if these guys don't happen to do this week, it has to happen at some point next week, right? So, you know, if you want to go unassigned and you're willing to be patient with this, go unassigned, be my guest. You'll double your profit. You might even quadruple it, depending on some of these rises. DePaul is also a pretty good one as well. If you see here, he's literally almost at discard price. No risk investment whatsoever right now, in my opinion. You can make a really good amount of coins on some of these guys. And listen, EA's been dropping daily SBCs every single day. I believe the reason why the Pickfords, the Mendys, those type of players, they rose the first time this past Wednesday was because the SBC required 80 overall, and I think it was like 90 something chem. I think it was something like that. And it also had a future star token. So people were forced to do it. And I think something like that can happen again. And I think you guys want to be prepared for that. So that's pretty much my market kind of advice right now. I mean, we're going to have more videos, of course, coming. This Brahim Diaz, I don't like the value of it. It's over 300k. In my opinion, it's not a great value SBC. De Gea, I've heard some weak things about him, to be honest. The fact that he doesn't come out on like crosses might be a bad thing, especially in this game because crossing is super OP. But other than that, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to trade right now, bronzes and silvers are really good. A lot of fun. Probably make some more coins like that. I need to sell some cards as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. If you guys are new around here, drop a sub as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right? Peace.